So for this video, this is my second video that I'm gonna do for my prom series, and this one is using strictly drugstore products for any girl who simply can't afford the expensive, like high-end products, or for anyone who just simply does not find it necessary to go out and buy high-end products. This is for you guys for prom. I found a lot of really great products at the drugstore that I was surprised. I was like, my highlight right now, so surprised because it's a Maybelline shadow, and normally I don't really go for Maybelline shadows because I have the Nudes palette and some of these aren't very pigmented, but this baby right here, this is an eyeshadow. This baby is so pigmented, as you can tell by my highlight. I literally dipped my brush in 2 times and wiped it on. I just can't with this highlight right now. This highlight may be a little too intense, but I don't know. But I like it, so there's that. I wanted to create this kind of like bronzy eye, just so this will go with a lot more dresses. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do that below as well. And that's all I have to say to you guys. I know I have one more prom video that I want to film, and so if you have any other suggestions for me, please leave them down below in the comments. So if you want to see how I created this prom look right here, please keep watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Good job. Alright guys, so to start off the look, as always, I'm going to prime my lids with the NYX eyeshadow base, and I am just applying that with a Real Techniques eyeshadow brush and my finger. And then once I do that, I'm going to set that primer with this skin toned eyeshadow from my Maybelline the Nudes palette, and I'm just going to pack that on my entire lid. Then I'm going to go into that same palette, and I'm picking up this cool toned grayish brown color, and I'm just using that as my transition shade in my upper crease area. And to blend that out, I am using my Sigma E40 brush, which is no surprise because I absolutely love this brush. Like, oh my god, flawless every single time I do my eyeshadow. So now to deepen up the crease a little bit more, I'm going in with this darker brown. It's also a cool tone, but for some reason in the clip it looks warm. But this is another cool tone brown that is a little deeper. I don't know if I already said that. I'm probably repeating myself, but I'm just going to pack this into the crease area. I noticed with these shadows that they are not very pigmented, so you really have to pack on the color if you want like a lot of color payoff. So I kept packing on some color until I got it to where I wanted, and then I went back in with my Sigma E40 with no additional product and made sure the two colors blended together. Then for my lid shade, I'm going in with this bronzy gold shadow from the Nudes palette. If you haven't noticed, I'm using the entire Nudes palette on my eyelid today. So I'm just packing that onto my entire lid and reapplying a few times because, like I said, I don't get a lot of color payoff from these colors, which kind of sucks because they look like they should be super pigmented, but they're not, and it's kind of disappointing. So now I'm going in with my E40 and just making sure everything blends together and there's no harsh lines. So once I'm done blending everything out, I'm going to go back in with that bronzy gold shade because I did lose a little
bit of color when I was blending everything, so I'm just going to go back in and apply some more. Then to add more of a gold pop to the look, I went in with the gold shade from the Nudes palette, and I just applied that with my finger, and I apologize for the middle finger. It's just a habit. So now I went off camera and applied my liner and some falsies, which are the Ardell Wispies, and now I'm moving on to face. So to prime my face, I used the Maybelline Baby Skin, which for some reason came out really greasy this time I used it. I've used it before and it's come out perfectly fine, but this time it just felt really greasy. I might have just applied too much to my hands, so that kind of threw me off a little bit. But for my brows, I went in with this NYX eyebrow gel, which is so amazing. The only thing I have to say about it is that it dries really fast, so you kind of have to work fast with it. I don't know if it was because I maybe had my fan on that it dried super fast, but I noticed that it did dry fast. But other than that, I really liked this stuff. Like I said in the beginning, I don't know if I said this actually, but this is all my first time using stuff, so this is kind of like a first impression. So because I was a little messy with this product, I just went in with some concealer and just cleaned things up under my brow bone a little bit. So now moving on to foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation, and I think this is Sun Beige. I'm not sure the number, but I think it's called Sun Beige. This foundation is super nice. It's one of my top 3 favorite foundations from the drugstore right now. I just loved the way it finished, and it was like, honestly, I was blown away. Oh my god, blown away by this product. It's probably my new favorite foundation right now. And to blend that out, I'm just using an e.l.f. stippling brush. So for my concealer, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm applying that where I normally apply it, which is under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, between my eyebrows, my chin, and a little bit on the Cupid's bow. And then I'm just going to blend that out with the Sigma tapered kabuki brush, which is one of my favorite ways other than the Beauty Blender to blend it out. So to set my under eye concealer, I just went in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Natural Sand, I believe it's called. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it'll be listed down below. And I just applied that with an e.l.f. blush brush, which is my favorite brush to apply under eye powder with. It just fits under there so perfectly. It's amazing. Then for my lower lash line, I went in with that bronzy shade that we used on the entire lid, and I just put that as close to my lower lash line as possible. And then I went in and smoked it out with our transition color, which was that cool toned gray brown shade. Then to line my waterline, I went in with a NYX eyeliner pencil in the shade brown. It's just brown. And then to highlight my inner corners, I went in with one of the, I guess you can call it highlight shades from the Nude palette. I don't have a clip of it, but that's okay. It's just like any plain old highlight shade for your inner corner. And then for my mascara, I just used the Miss Manga mascara on my lower lash line. Then to bronze up my face, I went in with this Maybelline powder. I don't know the name exactly, but like I said, everything will be listed down below. So I just put this in my cheek areas, the sides of my forehead, and my jawline. I thought I could contour with this shade, but then I realized it was too orangey and brown, so I just used it as a bronzer instead. So after I applied this bronzer, I went back into the Maybelline Nudes palette and I picked up the shade we put in our crease, and I decided I'd use that to contour my face with, and it came out pretty good. I was surprised at how well this contour came out. Like, it might have been a little too harsh at first, but I blended it out. Then for my blush, I went in with Rose de Oro, I believe it's called, from Milani, and I am obsessed with this blush. I love this blush. I don't know why I've never picked it up before, but this blush is amazing, 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 and it's so pretty. This is what I go towards every time I pick a blush, so I love it. It's gorgeous. Then to highlight my face, I went in with this Maybelline eyeshadow, and let me just tell you about this eyeshadow. I thought it would be not very pigmented like every other eyeshadow in the Maybelline's nude palette, but this shadow was pigmented. Like, have you watched my facial expressions right here? Like, I am obsessed with this. This is replacing my Becca Opal right now because it is so amazing. Oh my god, I was so surprised. So I just put that on the high points of my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, and in between my brows. Then for my lips, I went in with this Jordana lip liner in Rose Crush, I believe it's called. Yeah, Rose Crush. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And I just lined my lips with it, and then I filled my lips in with it. And then for the lipstick, I went in with Milani's Nude Creme de Nude, something like that. And this actually smelled really, really good. I was surprised. So that is it for this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.